Hey there, it is Thursday evening, Thursday evening. It's almost 6 p.m. July the 8th, August the 8th, that is. I'm gonna give my bees some more sugar water. I'm still not gonna inspect. I said in my last video, Monday, I think I did, Monday, that I'm not gonna inspect my hive for a couple weeks upon the suggestion of @beekeeper of TN to just feed them. Why am I feeding them, you may ask? Many of you may know. The heat of the summer causes what's called a dearth, and it's just a lack of nectar producing flowers, or I don't know if the flowers are gone or just they're not producing nectar, but at any rate, there's not much nectar for the foraging bees to gather, to store, and see they're out there outside. I think you see that. You see that? Yep, I think you see that. Yep. Anyway, so there's not nectar available for them to store to prepare for winter. So I'm giving them sugar water to give them a source of food. And then I think I'll plan the week after next to inspect the hive again. The sugar water is, well, let me be getting my hood up right quick. But anyways, the sugar water is equal parts granulated sugar, just plain old white sugar, equal parts sugar and water, and I just heat it up on the stove, not to boiling at all, certainly not to boiling, just to dissolve the sugar, and then just let it cool off. Make sure it's not hot for sure. And if you store it in the fridge, I understand it's only good for like 2 days or 3. So if you're getting it out of the fridge, make sure it's not cold either. Just come up to room temperature. But anyway, I'm gonna plan to keep them with keep their dish full of sugar water so they have something to eat, and to feed the brood and the queen. Well, I guess the queen just eats royal jelly, doesn't she? But they have to make it from something, don't they? I don't know. Anyway, let me get over here. I didn't get my smoker going because I'm just gonna get in here and get right back out again. There we go. I haven't seen a lot of mites. I have seen mites, but not a lot. Yeah, it is empty. All right, y'all. Let me do this. Oh, I was gonna say, I was unaware that we are in the middle of a dearth, which brings me to the point that I definitely recommend reading up on bees before you get them. But I knew that before I got started. I'm just going to pour this really slowly. Anyway, I knew that before I got started, that it was good to learn a lot. And it wasn't like I didn't know anything, but I didn't make the time to learn many things. And isn't it just like many of us to be impulsive and do something just because we want to do it? Do something anyway because we want to do it. Well, that was me. And, I said this in one of my first episodes, if not the first episode, that what got me interested in beekeeping was back in the fall, well, around this time last year. My husband and I were preparing to take my mom to New Hampshire, which is where she's from, and we were going to fly up there, and we did. We went in October last year, but anyway, we were going to fly up there, and we wanted to let my mom see her home town, as it had been such a long time since she had been there. It had been more than 20 years. Let me help this little bee here. Oh, there you go. There you go. Well, that was good. I think all of them, I poured it slowly enough that they stayed on the rocks here. Let me just show you. Anyway, so we want, oh, let me help this one. Up, 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 up you go. There you go. Come on up. That's what the sticks are for, and the rocks, y'all. Oh, there's a mite right there. Goodness. Anyway, let me find some more stuff to put in here. We wanted to let my mom see her home once again, because it had been so long since she'd been there. And there you go. Get up there, up here. And so in thinking about what she'd like to do, what we'd like to do when we were up there, I remember, well, she wanted to see her dad's mother lived in Winchendon, Massachusetts, which is really close to the town that my mother grew up in. Super close. Like, it wasn't even, I think it's not even half an hour away. And so we definitely knew that we wanted to go there. And so anyways, I never met my great grandmother. She had died before I was born, but my great uncle, my grandpa's brother and his wife lived on that family farm in Winchendon. And my great uncle, Cliff, he kept bees, and I remembered that. I had forgotten. That was out of my memory for just the longest time. But something made me think of it, and so I mentioned that, I remembered that Uncle Cliff kept bees, And I really, that is the memory that I have. I don't, oh, duh, sorry. That's the memory that I have. I don't remember how many hives he had. I don't remember going very close to the bees. I don't remember what kind of hives he had. I just remember that he kept bees. That's all I knew. And so good. I didn't smush any bees then. Did not. This bee is telling me otherwise, I think. But anyway, so thinking about my great uncle Cliff being a beekeeper made me think, well, I'd like to do that. I stopped working last September, so the month before we went, I was able to stop working, and I thought, well, I'll definitely have more time on my hands, more time to do this and everything. Oh my goodness, my eye is burning from the sweat that's going down into my eye. Oh, that hurts so bad. Okay. Anyway, and so that's when I started being interested in beekeeping, and so that's it. Ouch. And we did go to that family farm. Well, it's not our family anymore. It's they sold it when my great uncle, my great aunt passed away. They sold that, and so it's not in our family anymore. But anyway, we went there. And saw. I remembered where on the property that his beehive or beehives or however many there were. I remembered where they were. And so I kind of looked over there. That was kind of neat, but I mean, there was nothing there anymore. Anyway, like I said, like I was saying, I knew that it was good. So many beekeepers whose YouTube channels I watched said, learn, read. I don't like to read. I read my Bible, and that's what I read regularly. I don't like to read many things, so I didn't read much at all, except for a few articles that I saw on Google, and but I watched several videos, and I definitely see the wisdom in reading and learning, having more time to learn before getting into it. But like I said, I just didn't want to. But I will say that I've been aware of safety issues or whatever for the bees, and am confident that I haven't endangered them in any way, well, except for the few that I squished. But that wasn't ignorance. That was just, well, I guess sort of in a way. I could have been, but like I've said, you brush away or smoke away several bees, and then boom, all of a sudden they're right back again. So you can't avoid it sometimes. But anyway, I'm gonna keep their dish filled so that they'll have a food source, and hopefully they'll have some good nectar producing flowers to forage from once the fall gets here. And I guess that's it. All right. Catch me in the next one, y'all. Thanks.